So obviously, if you're going to work in this new country, you're going to earn in their currency, which will be lesser in value than what you would earn if you were in your country. So you realize at the end of the day that you had actually overspent, which was Hi world, welcome back to my channel. I am Akuna, a Nigerian living and studying in Japan. So did you just move abroad, or are you planning to move and you're looking for the easiest ways to adapt when you move to this new country? Well, you're in luck because I'll be sharing some tips that have helped me to adapt in Japan. The truth is that when I first arrived to Japan, I was overwhelmed and I found it difficult to really settle in. So here are some of the tips that helped me to settle in as quickly as possible. No, I didn't settle in as quickly as possible. That's a lie. But over time, I've actually adapted, obviously, and these are some tips that actually helped me to settle in. Well, before I start, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thank you. So number one, guys, mindset. Mindset is everything. Everything really begins in the mind. You just have to have a positive mindset. First, when you're moving to a new place, it would help you see things differently, and adapting would come quite easily. The number two would be extensive research. I've said this previously. Before coming to Japan, I didn't do any single research about Japan, and that's terrible. That's bad. Please don't do that. It's a very big mistake. So just try to do some extensive research on the country you're moving to, about their culture, food, just things that will really help you. And for instance, maybe if you're going in search of greener pastures, you can just search for maybe job opportunities, visa restrictions. You can try to tailor your research down to things that would suit the reason why you're moving to that place. If you're a student, you just check out things that would help students adapt quickly in that country. Number three will be cost of living. Guys, check out the cost of living of this country you're moving to. There's this mistake people usually make, and I think it's common with people who come from a country with a high currency value than the place they just moved to. So they tend to overspend initially before it dawns on them. So obviously, if you're going to work in this new country, you're going to earn in their currency, which will be lesser in value than what you would earn if you were in your country. So you realize at the end of the day that you had actually overspent, which was quite unnecessary. Number four will be proper documentation. Guys, if you're moving to Japan, trust me, you would do mountain loads of paperwork, from student registration to resident registration to health insurance, rental agreements, so many things, driving license, name them. Is a whole lot, a long list of things to do. So I would advise that you just get one file in particular, and document all the papers and documents you receive at these different offices while making this registration, because it will help you in the long run. And if you're moving to a country like Japan that doesn't speak English, all the documentations are published in Japanese. So that means you might find it difficult to interpret some of these documents, and if you have them flying all around here and there, at the end of the day, when you ask for one or two, you might just bring the wrong things. So what I usually do is, when I'm asked to bring a document and I don't know what the document is, because I obviously can't read the language, so what I just carry the file to the office, and I'm like, suit yourself guys, just sort these things by yourself. And that's it. It has helped me a lot of times. It just helped me to find whatever they want and whatever they're looking for. They just get it immediately. Number five would be learn the basic phrases. Speaking of language, guys, if you're moving to a country that doesn't speak English, please, this is one of the most fundamental things to do. Try to learn some basic phrases of the language that the country speaks. Like thank you, good morning, hi, yes, no, hello, goodbye, I don't understand English, do you understand English, thank you. Just things like this, it really help you. It doesn't matter if you don't get the pronunciations right. I don't think they would laugh at you. I think they will even feel more attracted to help you because you made an effort. So in my case, I just say sumimasen, which is excuse me in Japanese. They're like, oh, okay, they try to give me a listening ear to know how they can help me, and just things like that. It makes life a lot easier for me. Number six would be take active interest in things pertaining to that country you're moving to. It's one thing to be a tourist, it's another thing to move fully. So I would urge that if you're moving to a new country, just try to take active interest in some things. If it's their culture, in their language, in their food, just things that are probably peculiar to them. It would help you make friends quite easily and, speed up your ability to settle in. For instance, Japan is known for anime, these whole cartoon things. So people who love cartoon at first, it's quite easy for them to cope, because probably when you just arrive, you might just be on the train one day and see someone reading one of the manga books or watching an anime, you can just start an interaction from there, and before you know it, the person becomes your friend or the person is willing to help you. This goes a long way. So just try to take active interest in something that is peculiar to that country to help you settle down very quickly. The number 7, guys, will be take care of yourself. You see all these things I'm saying all this while? Moving to a new country, it's mentally draining. It can just take you from like 1,000 to 0. Before you just know it, you're losing yourself, you're losing your mind. So please take care of yourself mentally, health-wise, and every other wise that is there. Do things that would, help to keep you in a sane state of mind. If it's yoga, if it's any sort of thing, maybe games that will just help you to stay sane. Like me, I like to read books online. I don't have the strength to read physically, so I just turn on ebooks and then I'm listening to it. Just things that would help you. And speaking of staying sane, that brings me to the next one, number 8. Please, please, please keep in touch with home. It will really help you. Homesickness is a real thing. And for some people, it degenerates so much that, I don't know, everything just goes downhill. And when you go downhill, it's very difficult to come up. So just try your best to keep in touch with home. If it's either through video calls, this is usually very important, but at least when you get to see them, it reduces your anxiety and tries to brighten your mood. That's how it does for me anyway. And then you can texting and all that. All thanks to technology, things are quite easier these days. Imagine if you were born centuries ago. Maybe by the time your letter gets to its destination, if you are young like me, you would have gray hairs. So guys, always keep in touch with home. And if you're home, please always keep in touch with those who are abroad. Yes, it's vice versa. Please try to keep in touch with them as well. Sometimes it's not usually as people think. It's mentally draining, settling into an entirely new environment. So please don't forget to always call them and check up on them and all those kind of things. So number 9 will be finding and joining communities that you share similar interests with. For instance, I'm a Nigerian and African, obviously. So when I came to Japan, luckily for me, I had a Nigerian on the same floor in my dormitory where I stayed, just a few doors away, like 3 doors away from my room. So this really helped me. So some other Nigerians who had been here also kept checking on us, and it's really helped us to settle quite quickly, because they would even give you like tips on where to get things quite cheaper and anything to make your life easier since they've been here before you. And I also joined the African Association in the states where I live. And this has been like the best thing that happened to me when I newly came to Japan, because with the whole events and activities, it made me not to miss home so much. I got to integrate properly with them, having the feel of home, because they do the things that you're used to, and you understand each other, you share like similar culture, similar values and all those kind of things. So it really helped me to settle in quite quickly. And the last one, of course I saved the best for the last, would be making local friends. I know this is easier said than done, especially if you move to a place where they do not speak the same language with you and you have no idea on what to say because you didn't study the language and all those kind of things. Guys, I know, but just try as much as you can. If you have spare time, you can just maybe visit crowded places. Should I say crowded in COVID? No. Visit events, seminars, interact with people. It would help you bond, and making local friends would really make your life very easy, because they would help you so much with so many things that you didn't even know existed. So not until I made Japanese friends, I just felt like everything was unnecessarily difficult, which is actually not true. Some things are actually easier than I had thought. So guys, please let me know in the comment section if you just moved to a new country or if you've been abroad for a while. Please share some tips that help you to settle in very quickly so that others can also learn from it. So guys, moving abroad is not easy. Like, it takes a whole lot out of you. It's mentally draining. There's so many challenges, ups and downs. But I think with time, you get to realize that you share some things in common with the locals. You might have similar dreams, similar goals, similar fears as well. And it helps you at the end of the day to see that we are all humans and there's a meeting point. So please just hang in there and make the most use of this experience. Until I see you next time, take care of yourself. Bye.